Sunflower, sunflower, my eyes want you more than a melody. Let me inside, wish I could get to know you. Sunflowers, sometimes keep it sweet in your memory. I was just tongue-tied. I don't wanna make you feel bad, but I've been trying hard not to talk to you. Sunflower, sunflower, sunflower. I couldn't want you anymore. Kiss in the kitchen like it's a dance floor. I couldn't want you anymore tonight. Wondering, head shake, tired eyes are the death of me. My fault, toothpaste, before I got to know you. I've got your face hung up high in the gallery. Out of this shade, sunflower, sunflower. Your flaws just died. Plant new seeds in the melody. Let me inside. I wanna get to know you. I don't wanna make you feel bad, but I've been trying hard not to act a fool. Sunflower, sunflower, sunflower. I couldn't want you anymore. Kiss in the kitchen like it's a dance floor. I couldn't want you anymore tonight. I couldn't want you anymore. Kids in the kitchen, listen to dance hall. I couldn't want you anymore tonight. Sunflower, my eyes want you more than a melody. Let me inside, wish I could get to know you. Sunflowers just died, keep it sweet in your memory. I'm still tongue-tied. Sunflower, 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 sunflower.
Let's groove tonight. Share the spice of life. And it's like tonight.
peace of mind on the floor. Take a little time, come and see, groove me, give a little sign. I'll be there after a while if you want my love. We can boogie on down, down, boogie on down, down, boogie on down, down, we boogie on down, on down. Let's groove tonight, share the spice of life. Baby, slice it right. We gonna groove tonight.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon. we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you'll regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
One, two, three, My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together, cause we don't know how. Come on. You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it, cause there's nothing at all. We get together, oh, we get together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. If what they say is nothing is forever, then what makes love the exception? So why yo, are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? Y'all don't wanna hear me, you just wanna dance. Don't want to meet your daddy. Just want you in my caddy. Don't want to meet your mama. Just want to make you come. I'm We gon' break this thing down in just a few seconds. Now don't have me break this thing down for nothing. Now I wanna see y'all on y'all baddest behavior. Lend me some sugar, I am your neighbor. Here we go. Shake it, 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 shake it like a Polaroid picture. Hey, shake it, 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 sugar, shake it like a Beyonce's and Lucy Lou's and baby dolls. Get on the floor. Get on the floor like a Polaroid picture. Shake it. You know what to do. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Mic check, 1, 2. Okay, mic check.
All day, all day, all day, to soothe your soul, yeah. nights I could cook an egg on you. Late night game time coffee on the stove. Yeah. Your sweet ice cream, but you could use a flake or two. Blue bubble gum twist around your tongue. I don't want you to get lost. I don't want you to go broke. I want you. Just 'cause I love you, babe, in every kind of way. Just a little taste. You know I love you, babe. Excuse me, green tea, music for a sushi restaurant. Alright, alright. Music for a sushi restaurant. Music for a sushi restaurant. Music for whatever you want. I'm not going to get lost. I'm not going to go broke. Staying cool. No, I love you,
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Test, test. Sorry for those technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here with us. Hello, ACE family and friends. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the ACE class of 2022. For the consideration of all our families and graduates, we have a few reminders before we start. Hola familias de ACE, bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación de la clase de 2022 de ACE. Para la consideración de todas nuestras familias y graduados, tenemos algunos recordatorios antes de comenzar. All right, please, number one, please place all electronic devices on silent mode for the duration of the ceremony. Por favor, ponga en silencio todos los dispositivos electrónicos durante la ceremonia. We ask that all of our guests please remain in their seats for the entire ceremony. Our photograph staff will be taking photographs throughout the ceremony. These pictures will be provided to our graduates, so please remain in your seats and enjoy the program. Pedimos que todos nuestros invitados permanezcan en sus asientos durante toda la ceremonia. Nuestro personal de fotografía tomará fotografías durante la ceremonia. Estas fotos serán entregadas a nuestros graduados, así que permanezcan en sus asientos y disfruten del programa. If your child becomes uncomfortable during any time during the ceremony, please feel free to step to the back. Si su bebé se siente incómodo en cualquier momento durante la ceremonia, por favor pase atrás. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we request all families and guests to remain seated, please, while the graduates exit the field. They will be waiting to receive you at the photo booth line. Once the graduates have cleared the football field, all parents and guests will be released. Cuando concluya la ceremonia, solicitamos a todas nuestras familias y invitados que permanezcan sentados mientras el egresado de los graduados, te estarán esperando en la fila de fotos. Una vez que los graduados hayan despejado el campo de fútbol, todos los padres y invitados podrán unirse con su hijo o hija. Thank you for your cooperation.
Graduates, you may be seated. Class of 2022 and guests, please join me in welcoming Michaela Lamonte and Rocio Salas Aranda, aka Mocio.
Alright, wait, you want to be on that one? Yeah. Ready? Are y'all listo? Oh my God. Okay. Welcome parents, family, and friends. We'd like to thank you for joining us today to celebrate the class of 2022. I am Michaela Lamonte.
And my name is Rocio Salas Aranda. First things first, we'd like to thank you all for your endless support here at ASE.
For most of us, starting over is obviously scary. Over the years, we've created a safe community within each other, and that is not easy to find. We've worked hard to get where we are now, and I'm so proud of our growth.
We have continuously overcome obstacles these past few years. Now that we've spent our final year here back in person, we have had the opportunity to spend more time learning about ourselves and the world as adults.
As we move on to the next chapter in our lives, we should always cherish our high school memories.
Like getting that blue tardy slip from Miss Castro and Mr. Escobar every morning. Michaela.
Or almost getting hit by Rocio on your walk into school. We've gotten a few reports.
Or coming into the office to fight the real ops.
Obviously, she means the office staff. And of course, raiding Mr. Foley's office for snacks.
We are very appreciative to have our senior year back in person. Staying healthy has been a must now more than ever. We'd like to thank everyone for doing their best to keep each other safe.
Some of us might not be ready to say goodbye, but here we are at our high school graduation. In the words of the rapper Too Short,
now get an education,
get a degree,
and take a vacation. Even though we are all going down different paths, we know we will all succeed and become world-changing citizens.
Shout out to Miss Gretel and Miss Marissa for keeping it real.
Shout out to Miss Jensen and Mr. Elmore for being our biggest supporters.
Shout out to Mr. Day for keeping Mocio entertained and content.
Shout out to the back office and our lovely counselors, Foley and Villalobos, the real ops.
For real, thank you for giving us the best 4 years of our lives.
On behalf of the class of 2022, welcome.
Hashtag ACE Fam for life.
Hashtag freedom. Hashtag Mocio for life. Mocio out.
Please join me in welcoming Mr. Javier Posadas Gonzalez, who will be performing the national anthem. After you sing, you're just going to do this part, okay?
It is all an honor to sing for all of you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright star through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Please welcome our class of 2022 salutatorian Maya Durgaga.
You may be seated.
Good evening, students, staff, and everyone joining us here to support the people who worked hard to be here today. It's so awesome to see all my amazing friends and classmates in your beautiful blue gowns. Whether you couldn't wait for or dreaded this moment to say goodbye to our home for the last few years, I'm still endlessly proud of everyone here who made it past all the stressful exams, sleepless nights, and high school drama to be here. So you may walk across this stage with pride or embarrassment as the crowds cheer as loud as they humanely can for you, so we can all remember being here celebrated in this moment. I especially love everyone's beautifully decorated caps. It's not easy trying to fit our entire personality and 4 years of memories into 9 square inches of space. The best way I could fit my experience and personality was through this little guy, who is my adorable little stress ball while also experiencing most of my high school memories with me. One memory that stands out in particular was the first day I started bringing stuffed animals with me to school. I didn't know anyone in my class that had ever done it before, so I was fully prepared for declarations about how childish or weak I was for having to bring the emotional support most people stopped carrying everywhere long before high school. To my surprise, that did not happen. Instead, many of my fellow classmates, you know who you are, would embrace my plushie panda. I'd watch them embrace it out of boredom because it was comfortable or because it gave them comforting support. That warm feeling in our chest from stuffed animals that told us everything was going to be okay. It was funny to me because even though we were at the age when we were expected to have outgrown stuffed animals, when we were expected to figure everything out on our own, we still need that same reassurance they gave us. Upon further examination, however, I found that everyone at that age needs to hear it. You're not alone. You have value. Everything's going to be okay. We all need to hear these words every now and then. No matter what age you're at, you should never feel like there's a certain age when you have to face your fears alone and tough it out, because you don't. We all have burdens we can't face on our own. I think you'll be surprised how many people can relate to your struggles enough to want to help you. The sooner we realize that, the sooner we won't feel alone, and we can grow closer to others because we know they're human. And humans don't have everything figured out. Everyone needs someone to be there for them. I also want to mention that help is only a piece of the puzzle. Ask me a few years ago for advice, and I would have told you to never think that you're not good enough because if you just believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything. But then it occurred to me the hard way that you're not always going to succeed. Failure is inevitable at some point. But then it occurred to me that it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're happy. This may be our last moment together like this with our friends and family, which to me means more than anything, because even if you accomplished everything, it's not going to be any different than accomplishing the bare minimum, because it's not those moments that mean the most to us when we look back, but those little moments we shared with the ones we love. The people or stuffed animals to whom we were brave enough to admit our struggles to, who held us closer when we were falling apart and told us everything was going to be okay. They gave us a reason to keep going and eventually find the top of the mountain we were ready to give up on. And if you haven't found that love yet, I promise you, it is somewhere out there. You just have to be brave enough to keep trying and find it. And honestly, I think I have found those people in my life. those types of friends and family I grew closer to over the last 4 years. Get ready for call-outs. There's going to be a few. Carlos for introducing me to the greatest music I've ever heard in my life and always being there to make me laugh. Alexandra, who's been my faithful friend for 4 years and visited me in the hospital when I was at my absolute lowest. Gael, who never let the conversation die and kept us all together after all these years. Cassandra, whose love always lit up a room, and who always lit up every room brighter than a sunflower ever could dream of. Johannan, who never left my side through the absolute worst running days ever. I owe you a lot for being there. My cross-country coach, who showed me that sunrises are worth cherishing my life to see. My brother, who fought as hard as he could to be here today and support his annoying little sister. My aunt, who was kind enough to lend me her creativity and stubbornness. It really helped making this hat. My mom, who, against all odds, kept it together despite looking after all of us, and still had the energy to sing Never Ending Story with me in the car. And lastly, my dad, who had endless patience, car napkins, hugs, and reminders to just keep swimming. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Lastly, I'd like to recognize the ACE faculty and staff. They chose every day to get up in the morning despite us not being the most likable students at times. Despite personal issues, tiredness, or even a world pandemic, they came to school to teach and inspire students. We thank you guys for your endless patience and dedication that brought us all together here. We may be off to change the world, but it started with you guys changing our worlds. I hope you all know how much you mean to me and the students of ACE. Thank you. In closing, I offer my congratulations to the class of 2022. Good luck on this next part of your journey. I hope you find happiness in whatever you choose to do. Thanks. Oh. One more thing. I dreaded this. Alexandra, you're the favorite. Please welcome our ASB President, Minerva Garcia.
Good job, Maya. Good job.
Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. My fellow students, we only arrived here 4 short years ago, and now it's already time to leave. I promised I wasn't gonna cry. How did it all go so fast? It seems like only yesterday that we were young freshmen fighting with the locks on our lockers, trying to figure out where our next class was and looking generally clueless to the upperclassmen. Now we are the upperclassmen, the seniors who stand here today, ready to graduate and move forward in the world. It has been my pleasure to serve you as your ASB president for this final year of high school. Yet at this immediate moment, we can't help but look back, although it seems we missed half of our high school career. We can't help but appreciate the time we had together. We had many obstacles to overcome, but it allowed us to have our first Friendsgiving, where we learned that Mr. Flaxenberg is the fastest pie eater contest. We faced the fears together on the ropes course, although college admission seems scarier than that. We faced these fears together. We had our first prom in 2 years. And dancing the night away was amazing, especially going to Denny's after. Together, we counted down the days to our final days of high school, while enjoying each other's company at our senior carnival and being little kids once more. And for our last time, grad night. All the ups and downs made our senior year amazing. We made memories that will last with us forever and made connections with people. And we are coming to the end of high school even stronger. However, this all couldn't have been possible without our ACE faculty and staff. To the best principal and vice principal in the world, Ms. Jensen and Elmore. Without them, none of this would have been possible. To Ms. Villalobos for always answering the questions Foley didn't. To Foley, who was always there and did the impossible no matter how many times we canceled him. All the fun times getting kicked out of his office and stealing snacks, thank you. The amazing office ladies here every day and simply making our lives easier. To the back of the office crew, Carlos, Castro, Escobar, and Heather, thank you for all the support and talks. Believe me when I say this year would not have been possible without any of you. And of course, we can't forget our teachers who stuck with us through thick and thin. They are the real heroes of the world. You have no idea the mark you guys leave in our lives. ACE is a family, and I truly believe that I will never find a place I enjoyed spending more time with. I'd now like to recognize the families of the graduates. Thank you for all your support and dedication, and I'd especially like to recognize my own family. Querida familia, me paro ante ustedes en este día tan especial, mi graduación de la preparatoria. Quiero decirles que sin su apoyo, amor y paciencia, yo no hubiese podido llegar a este momento. Les agradezco por cada momento que he vivido con ustedes. A mi hermana, Milena, quiero decirte que siempre serás una gran motivación en mi vida y confío en que un día estarás en el mismo lugar en el que estoy ahora. Abuelos, ustedes son mis más lindos recuerdos. Gracias por darme tanto amor. Los llevo siempre en mi corazón y esta graduación es para ustedes. Dad, hoy se gradúa tu hija, a la que te llevabas a trabajar, a la que te contestaba cuando me mandabas a hacer algo, a la que te ha costado dominar, pero también la hija que te admira, te valora y te ama. Eres el ejemplo perfecto de esfuerzo, trabajo. Estoy orgullosa de ti y gracias por enseñarme a ser fuerte. Mom, eres mi cómplice, mi amiga, mi confidente, mi más grande ejemplo de esfuerzo. Tu niña se graduó en este día y tú conmigo porque sin ti no lo hubiese logrado. Gracias por las noches que has pasado conmigo. Gracias por los momentos que hemos llorado juntas. Gracias por las pláticas de amigas que hemos tenido. Y gracias por ser lo más tierno que existe en mi vida. Te amo, te admiro y te dedico este momento. Familias son mi gran inspiración. Mil gracias, les amo. To my friends, Alyssa, Laisha, Natalia, Vanessa, Tatiana, and last but not least, Pedro. To the person who made my first job one of the best experiences, Edward. I truly don't know how to thank you for the wonderful experiences, laughs, and memories that will last a lifetime. For becoming a part of my family and teaching me what it is to have people who care about you. I can't wait for what the future holds for us and the rest of our senior class. You have worked hard. You deserve to be proud of this achievement and to take this opportunity to celebrate. Thank you, ACE family, for all these memories, and congratulations, my fellow ACE graduates of class of 2022. Gracias. Okay, hold on. Please welcome our valedictorian, Miss Vanessa Ramos.
It's okay, girl. We got you.
Oh, okay. That's great. Okay. I feel short. Okay. Good evening, families, friends, teachers, staff, and of course the Academy of Scientific Exploration graduating class of 2022. My God. Oh, shit. Oh. Thank you to everyone who is here today in support of the graduates. My name is Vanessa Ramos, and I stand here today as the class of 2022's valedictorian. So, to my fellow graduates, as we are gathered here today to celebrate our tremendous achievement that we have reached over 4 long years of work, relationships, and memories, we remember the challenges that we have overcome to reach this point. From a global pandemic to our own personal struggles, it has not gone unnoticed as to how we have persisted amidst all the obstacles that have gotten in our way. This ceremony is a tribute to us, the resilient class of 2022. Okay. I would now like to take a moment to thank all the teachers here at ACE that have seen us grow up from scared freshmen to confident seniors. Here at ACE, all of our teachers love and support us to succeed after we leave in their own special ways. Whether you guys know it or not, many of you guys have become a support system for us graduates when we're at school, becoming like a second parent, or for some, being the parent that we didn't have to aid us through the challenges of high school. To Ms. Jensen and Mr. Elmore, our wonderful principal and vice principal, you make such an effort to get to know every single one of us, but to also be the push we need to get our work done. To Mr. Foley, the moments we had as counselor and student when I would question where, and what I wanted to do after high school was always made better with your helpful advice and sunshine energy you give off every day. We're not done with Foley. This one, even though you would bully me, and don't try to say any differently because we all know, and there's no proof. To Ms. Pantoja and Carlos, thank you for taking on the role of ASB advisor in 2 very different circumstances, both online and in person, and for being an amazing role model for us in our 9th grade year and to the incoming 9th graders. To Mr. Venables, thank you for your advice and your fun activities in class for us seniors, and in this year specifically, the EP English Literature class felt much more like a family, especially since our Beowulf presentations and feast. And to Ms. Jennings, even though she cannot be here today, for being an exceptional teacher and yearbook advisor, while also preparing us for life after high school. Along with Foley, I feel as though you guys have most seen how I've changed from 9th grade into the person I am today. And finally, to Ms. Shin, having you as my math teacher for 2 years in high school made me realize my love for math and the excitement in overcoming the obstacles of things I may not know yet. And to all the teachers here at ACE, you will leave everlasting memories for the class of 2022. Next, I would like to thank my closest friends and family for these past 4 years. Para continuar, me gustaría agradecer a mi familia y amigas más cercanos por estos últimos 4 años. To my closest friends that are graduating alongside me today, thank you for being a part of my life during our time here at ACE. Although our futures will take us down different paths, we will always remember and cherish the memories we created together. The memories of getting together after school and simply being in one another's presence, while also being welcomed in by your families as if I was a part of them myself, will always be something to remember and miss. And to the friends that are here today that will continue at ACE in the upcoming years, I wish you the best of luck in your high school career. Although we will be 3 hours apart for college, we will always support each other to achieve the goals we have worked so hard for. This is the hard part, okay. Y para mi mamá, papá y hermana que están aquí para mí hoy, gracias por el apoyo constante en mi vida. I dropped the podium. Although, oh wait. Mamá y papá, ustedes vinieron a los Estados Unidos desde México solo queriendo lo mejor para sus futuros hijos. Ustedes deseaban que estudiamos y estudiamos para tener una vida y oportunidades mejores que las que tuvieron. Graduarme aquí hoy es uno de los muchos hitos que he alcanzado hacia sus esperanzas y sueños que se han convertido en mis metas para el futuro. Y gracias a mi hermana por sacarme de mi zona de comodidad por mi bien y ser una gran ayuda para mi transición a la universidad. Y aunque no todos los graduados puedan hablar hoy, sé que muchos comparten los mismos gracias a sus familiares, amigos, and to ACE. Now, finally, I'd just like to leave a final word to the class of 2022 as we go on to our next step in our journey. I would like every one of us to remember this piece of advice. Take what you need. Remember to be proud of your achievements, your background, your efforts, and the obstacles you overcame to get where you are today and where you will be in the future. Remember to find the one thing to be your motivation in life and to work towards the life that you wish to live. Thank you. Oh my God.
Go, girl. So proud of you.
And now please welcome our principal, Miss Angie Jensen Cachon.
All right, here we go. Good afternoon, friends, family, and graduates of the class of 2022. My name is Angie Jensen Cachon. Dang it!
It's just right there.
All I said was my name. Gosh. You see what y'all do to us? And I am honored to stand before you as the principal of the Academy of Scientific Exploration. I am proud and excited to say to the class of 2022, you're finally here. You made it. See, because you made it, so you gotta clap for yourselves. Usually this is the part of the graduation ceremony where I leave you with a few parting words, and I congratulate you. And I do congratulate you. You have overcome a lot of obstacles to get here. But we have a little surprise for you, because it has been a year of surprises for you guys. Instead of me telling you what I'd like you to remember from your time at ACE, I would like you to help me welcome Mr. Malcolm Foley to the stage. Got this, friend. Got it.
I ain't got no more cookies, okay? Oh, goodness. Oh. I love you guys too. It's really hot out here. Just want to remind you guys that it's really hot out here. Okay. All right. Good evening, graduates, parents, families, friends, and fellow educators. You may be wondering why I'm here. This is the principal's address, and I am so not the principal. So last week, I told Ms. Jensen, yes, that's right. I told Ms. Jensen, I think I need to talk to the children. And she's like, okay. At graduation. She's like, oh, okay. What do you want to say to the children? And I said, I don't know. I just knew I wasn't going to get a good night's rest until I did. So surprise, here I am. This is your graduation, but I am going to tell you what I want. What I want, my desire, my wish, my hope is not so different from anyone else on this field who is here to celebrate you. I want you to live a meaningful life. I want you to live a meaningful life. There's always a debate about university versus community school, trade school versus working right out of high school. If I can put a pin in that discussion and focus on the fact that I want you to live a meaningful life. Leonardo da Vinci said, a life without love is no life at all. And typically when we say or think of love, we think of romantic love. But love, like the individuals it derives from, is a many-layered and multifaceted thing. So if we can take a page out of Da Vinci's book, here was a man who lived a life of purpose as an artist and as an inventor, but also someone who appreciated the importance of the connections that bind human communities together. So those are my two subtopics. A meaningful life contains purpose and human connection. Nelson Mandela said education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. What is education really? It's just the acquisition or the accumulation of skills. It doesn't stop at high school and it doesn't stop at college. It is a lifelong pursuit. The acquisition of skills allows individuals to better communicate to their community, whether they be formal skills like creating a Wi-Fi network, or informal skills like walking into a room of strangers and having the ability to put them at ease. The myth of high school is that the smart kids finish first, but I don't believe that. Rather, I think high school is similar to the fable about the tortoise and the hare. And for those that don't know, a hare is like a rabbit. The story goes like this. A hare was making fun of the tortoise one day for being so slow. "Do you ever get anywhere?" he asked with a mocking laugh. "Yes," replied the tortoise, "and I get there sooner than you think. I'll run a race and prove it to you." The hare was much amused at the idea of running a race with the tortoise, but for the fun of the thing, he agreed. So the fox, who had consented to act as judge, marked the distance and started the runners off. The hare was soon far out of sight. And to make the tortoise feel very deeply how ridiculous it was for him to try to race with a hare, he laid down beside the course to take a nap until the tortoise could catch up. The tortoise, meanwhile, kept going slowly but steadily, and, after a time, passed the place where the hare was sleeping. But the hare slept on very peacefully, and when at last he did awake, the tortoise was near the goal. The hare now ran its swiftest, but he could not overtake the tortoise in time. The moral of the story is the race is not always given to the swift. In the same way, intelligence, like speed in the story, seems like the obvious key to success in high school, but also like the story, it's not. Rather, the key is the position the tortoise took. His focus was on his race and his goals, and he steadily moved toward those goals at a pace that was right for him. It's natural to want to acquire things right away. In today's world, instant gratification, the ability to satisfy our desires immediately, is commonplace. If we're hungry, we can get fast food. And now we don't even have to leave our homes, we can do Uber Eats. You can Google almost any question that you have and get an immediate response. But the reality is anything in life worth having takes time. Don't believe me? The average undergraduate spends 4 to 6 years in college. The average loan period for a new car is 6 years. The average home loan is 30 years. Anything that comes in your life fast will leave just as fast. Be patient. Martin Luther King said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. This is your game now. You need to make decisions based on what's best for you. Don't tie yourself to anyone else's timeline. Create your own timeline with your own goals in mind and push and press toward those goals. Be like the tortoise." He demonstrated grit. Grit is the courage and the resolve to accomplish one's goals. Conversely, I would point out that the hare's failings, his attention wasn't on his own race, but rather on his competitors. He made judgments gambling on someone else's race and lost. Worry less about the person in the lane next to you. They likely did not even start their race in the same place you started yours. So comparing your race to theirs is like comparing apples and oranges. Run your race. Kobe Bryant said, "Great things come from hard work and perseverance, no excuses." Like the tortoise, your success is accomplished through consistency of purpose towards your goals. Goals that will diverge from your peers, shift over the years, and evolve over time. But keeping true to them will ultimately allow you to secure your purpose, that key component that allows us to live meaningful lives. When individuals have purpose and the skills and the education to execute that purpose, they in turn strengthen their communities and help them grow. Purpose. This brings me to my second point, human connection. Human connection is most easily achieved through communities. Communities are collections of connected individuals, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Softball, its players, its coaches, its parents and fans, and its supporters are a community. ASB, the Associate Student Body, is a community. ACE, the Academy of Scientific Exploration, is an awesome community. as is CCLA and the Northeast San Fernando Valley. One of the most egregious ramifications of the COVID-19 pandemic was the disruption it caused to our communities. More specifically, the connections we held within those communities. If there's one thing I gained from the pandemic, it was a better understanding and appreciation of the power of human connection, particularly after being denied it for almost 2 years. Our community saw higher rates of anxiety and depression as a result of our lack of connectedness, with women and young people being hit the hardest. The isolation of the pandemic denied young people the most important connection of this stage in their development, of your development, your peer group, your friends. Sorry, parents, it's not you. You're not the most important. It's the friends. Sorry. You don't believe me? Check your kid's cell phone. Okay? In my day, we used to have what do they call wallets, and then in those wallets, you would have like pictures of those that were nearest and dearest to you. But you know, technology. So now it's cell phones. So parents, how many pictures of your kids do you have in your cell phone? Now compare how many pictures do your kids have of you on theirs. I guarantee you, you're lucky if you're on there once, okay? We don't get to be on there at all. And if we are, there's problems, so yeah. Humans are social creatures by nature. We thrive in communities. We are our best in communities. It's why in the past, being excommunicated from a village was a death sentence, and why solitary confinement today in prisons is so damaging and such a controversial issue. Human connection is essential. In fact, the loss of social connections is perhaps one of the most challenging aspects of the transition from high school. Moreover, lack of social connection can also make your high school experience feel underwhelming and possibly not as enriched as your peers. This was the case for me in high school. I didn't have a lot of friends. But it's why I pushed so ardently for four-year college attendance, because I was able to make those connections and find my tribe there. On a side note, those of you going away for school or moving out, one of your primary goals, besides of course passing your classes, should be finding your tribe and establishing new social connections. Establishing new connections is not a betrayal of existing ones, but understand too that many relationships in our lives are in fact seasonal. They only last so long. And while some friendships may persist and they may endure, for many of us, our season is at its end. And that can be sad, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't a damn good season. Yes, I know, language. Do we want you to be successful? Heck yeah. But success means different things to different people. For a lot of people, and I hear a lot of times, money equals success. But let me push back with this, that money is not the most important thing. Let me say that again. Money is not the most important thing, okay? It is right up there with oxygen, though, okay? It's right up there with oxygen. So when you lack either, it's hard to think about anything else. Quote, deep human connection is the purpose and the result of a meaningful life, and it will inspire the most amazing acts of love, generosity, and humanity. Melinda Gates. There's no success without real human connection. What makes us better? We make us better. And there's and there is community in the we, and there's community in the us, and there's community in the make and in the better. It's why there's always more than one paramedic on the scene. It's why writers have editors. It's why doctors have nurses, and it's why teachers have coffee. Human connection. So what do I want to say to the class of 2022? I want you to live meaningful lives. Lives with purpose, lives with community, lives that are connected. Whether you're living at home with family or moving out for the first time, whether you're going into the Air Force or going into the workforce, I'm very fortunate that my purpose and my community share much of the same space. It's why this graduation in particular is so hard and is so bittersweet. Against all odds, you've made it to this moment, and I've been so fortunate to build real connections with so many of you. Whether I'm gushing over Rain and how awesome she is, or yelling at Joe, aka Bonita, and unable to keep a straight face because it's really hard to stay mad at him. Also, why did we build a bond just like a month ago? We should have done this a long time ago. No me gusta. Hugging Gia, because Gia loves hugs. No, she really does. Waking up at 6 a.m. to answer Musa's remind messages he sent at 11 p.m., knowing full well that I go to bed at 9 p.m. Sigh. Singing Edouard's praises because he's the only one who listens to my in-class announcements. Bullying Brian. Bullying Alyssa. And Juan. And Minerva. And Brian. Did I say Brian? Definitely Brian. Also, Vanessa bullied me, and I'd like to file a report. Shout out to Mocio for keeping me up to date with the latest hashtags. Hashtag RIP Mocio Jr. They got me a fish, y'all. They got no, like a real fish. They got me a fish. He didn't last very long. Okay. Tormenting William while grubbing on Abby's amazing brownies. Hashtag so good. Hashtag, but I don't even like chocolate, but they're so good. Cheering Tyler for his outfits, but also scolding Tyler for his outfits. Hashtag Ace Icon. See, Mocio, I'm learning my hashtags. Discriminating against Johnny because he's got dark skin. Yelling at Zerbeth. Yelling at Isaac for language. Yelling at Isaac to pick a class. Yelling at Isaac to pick a school. And yelling at Isaac to stop changing the pronunciation of our teachers' last names. Okanfus. Also, can I say that we have a lot of Anthonys in this class, and they're all incredibly awesome, amazing people. It must be the name. Fighting with Tochel to watch his CSUN Title IX video. Did you finish that yet? You lies. Fighting with Andrew to stop stealing my snacks. Fighting with Lisha because that's what we do. Fighting with Jose Maria because, well, it's Jose Maria. And on a side note, I'm so incredibly proud of you for finishing Kid against all odds. So good job, sir. Oh, I forgot the parents were here. So parents, I promise I do some counseling in there somewhere. Also, to the Zaragoza family, sorry, I claimed Frankie on my tax returns this year. What? He eats my food, he sleeps on my couch. Sounds like tax deduction to me. I'll also never forget watching the ACE Academy living their best lives and having more fun than any other academy at prom because of our own personal party machine, Alejandro Rafael. I don't know. I promise, Mom, the only thing in the punch was like the ice, okay? I'm telling you, I promise. Speaking of prom, where is Johanan? Where is he? Watch him. You got him? Okay, all right. Oh, whew, goodness. The National Guard out there, y'all. You are all truly incredible individuals. You all have brought so much meaning and purpose to my life. I can't see the pages. It has truly been my honor to serve as your counselor. I'm so blessed and fortunate and so very grateful. This is my second year in the role of counselor, and the class of 2022 is my first group of graduating seniors, and I could not have asked for or even imagined that I would have had a better group of kids or that I could be more proud of you than I am right now. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your life. Thank you, parents, for your children. They are incredible. Thank you, colleagues, for your tireless efforts. You pour so much into our kids, so much of your gifts into our kids. Congratulations to my kids, the class of 2022. The wind got something in my eye. That's what happened. Yeah, I was sweating. It was hot. And it's hot out here, y'all. I would now like to introduce Mr. Tommy Elmore to present perfect attendance.
Thank you, guys. All right, we would like to acknowledge the following student for achieving perfect attendance during all 4 years of his high school career here at ACE. Sebastian Tirado, please stand. Congratulations, son. Thank you. All right, I can't get enough, so I believe you can't get enough. Please welcome Mr. Foley back to the stage for the presentation of honors.
I thought there was more perfect attendance. I can do more. Can we include like I don't know. All right. Oh, goodness. We would now like to recognize our students who are graduating with honors. Our first set of honorees are Silver Cord bearers. Silver Cord bearers achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.0 to 3.59. Graduates, if you are wearing a silver cord, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Gold cord bearers. Students wearing gold cords achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.6 and above. Graduates, if you're wearing a gold cord, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Persistence Award. Students wearing the bronze copper cords are being recognized by LAUSD for their hard work and persistence in overcoming academic challenges to complete their graduation requirements within 4 years. Graduates, if you are wearing a bronze or copper cord, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Biliteracy Award. Students wearing white cords achieve the LAUSD and California Department of Education Seal of Biliteracy Award. This seal is awarded to students who demonstrate excellence in English and in a language other than English. Graduates, if you are wearing a white cord, please stand. And if you're not standing, please make sure, let's see. Okay, all right. Thank you, guys. You may be seated. Purple cord bearers. Purple cord bearers made the LAUSD Superintendent's Honor Roll. These students achieved a CSU GPA of 3.8 or higher. Graduates, if you're wearing a purple cord, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Golden State Merit Diploma. These recipients achieved high marks across several categories. The categories include Advanced Placement, U.S. History, A through G courses, and Smarter Balance state exams. Graduates, if you're wearing a gold and blue braided cord, which represents the colors of the Golden State of California, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. I'm off book right now, but I also want to recognize one other demographic of students. There are some of you here that are the first in your families to go to college, which is a tremendous accomplishment. If you know that you're a first-generation graduate, can you please stand? Thank you, guys. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce Ms. Cristina Villalobos to present the class of 2022.
Ms. Jensen, faculty, staff, and parents, I have the honor of presenting to you the graduating class of 2022. These candidates have satisfied the requirements prescribed by by Los Angeles Unified School District and the Department of Education. May I request that Mr. Malcolm Foley, academic counselor for the Academy of Scientific Exploration, certify their eligibility as graduation candidates.
Sorry. I didn't plan this. I'm sorry. Based upon the presentation by the academic counselor, Ms. Villalobos, that these candidates have appropriately completed the requirements for high school graduation, I hereby certify that these candidates are eligible for graduation. I therefore request our principal, Ms. Angie Jensen-Cachon, confirm their graduation.
Thank you, Mr. Foley. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Los Angeles Unified School District and the Department of Education, and based on the recommendation that these students have satisfactorily completed their high school education curriculum prescribed by LAUSD and the Department of Education, I hereby confirm their graduation, and therefore they are entitled to receive their diploma of graduation with all of the benefits, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates. They have to stand up. You want all of them? We will now be calling the graduates. So first row of graduates, please stand. First graduate for the class of 2022 is Anthony Altamirano. Juan Alvarado, come on over. Mr. Graduate of the class of 2022. Nathaniel Alvarado. Joel Alvarez Zavala. Luis Andrade. Our next graduate is Andrew Aranda. Abigail Ariola. Cassandra Asnon. Kevin Barrientos. Vanessa Bueno. graduation. Javier Cervantes Castillo. The next graduate of the class of 2022 is Gia Chacon. She loves hugs, remember? Jonathan Chavez, come on up. Rafael Cordova. Our next graduate is Miss Rain Corona. Matthew Coda. Derek Cruz. Edward Cruz Guzman. Leslie Cruz Menjivar. The next graduate of the class of 2022 is William Diaz. Carlos Enriquez. Ricardo Escamilla. Raul Esparza, come on up and join us as a graduate of the class of 2022. Ivan Felix. Johanan Peregrino Caceres. Isaac Fernandez. Gael Galvez. Minerva Garcia. Laisha Gutierrez Valdez. Brandon Guzman Cortez. Alexis Hernandez. Juan Huerta. Jocelyn Huerta. Erica Jacobo. Nadia Haral. Michaela Lamonte. Tyler Madrid. Anthony Marquez. Ruben Marquez. Alexandra Martinez. Pedro Martinez. Emerson Miranda Ramirez. Gabriela Montano. Alex Mora. Musa Nakud. Joseph Ortega. Oscar Ortega. Alejandro Rafael. Still trying to get me fired. Still trying to get me fired. Paulo Ramirez. Ricardo Ramirez. Vanessa Ramos. Andrew Rangel. America Recio Gomez. Kobe Reyes. José María Reyes Velos. Jonathan Reyes Ibarra. Priscilla Riestra. Fátima Dolores Rivera. Gabriela Rodriguez. Isabella Rodriguez. Ivan Rodriguez Pereira. Evan Rosales. Christian Sainz. Raúl Salas. Rocio Sales Aranda. José Sánchez. Yareli Santana. Marilyn Segovia. Tochel Tapia. Sebastián Tirado. Lizeth graduate of the class of 2022 is Emily Berra. Alejandra Vergara. Our next graduate is Christine Yee. Francisco Zaragoza. Natalia Zaragoza. And rounding off the class of 2022 is Miss Tatiana Zavala Fuentes. Boy, we ain't gotta feed you no more.
Amen. You're preaching, Miss Dixon. You're preaching.
To the graduates of class of 2022, congratulations. We now ask that the graduates please rise. See, Bonita threw it off. As tradition holds, I now ask the 2022 graduates of the Academy of Scientific Exploration to move their tassels from the right side of their caps to the left side, symbolic of making the transition from student to graduate. Congratulations, class of 2022. May you live a life of meaning and purpose. Now you go over there. Now go to the photo booth. Okay, after you find your hat, go to the photo booth. And I'm going to welcome Mr. Elmore back to the stage for some final reminders.
Families and guests, please remain seated while the graduates exit the field. They'll be waiting to receive you at the photo booth. Once the graduates have cleared the football field, all parents and guests will be released. Familias y invitados, por favor, permanezcan sentados mientras el egreso de los graduados. Te estarán esperando en la fila de fotos. Una vez que los graduados hayan despejado el campo de fútbol, todos los padres y invitados podrán unirse con su hijo o hija. Due to social distancing and COVID protocols, we ask that after you finish taking pictures at the photo booth, that you please make your way to your respective places of celebration. Again, congratulations, class of 2022. Debido al distanciamiento social y los protocolos de COVID, les pedimos que después de terminar de tomar fotografías en el fotomatón, le dirija a su hijo a sus respectivos lugares de celebración. Nuevamente, felicitaciones clase de 2022.
Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she is waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Now I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a toast. 'Cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun.
Mr. Foley, can you please come back to the stage? Mr. Foley to the stage, please. Mr. Foley to the stage.
So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
Graduates, if you need to pick up your cell phones, you can pick up your cell phones at the gate where parents insured. That is where you guys can do your cell phone pickup.
And the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. And the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. And the dream that you dare to, oh why can't oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
Like we always do at this time, I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on the TV, mama. I'ma put it down. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the good life with the CLD. Won't even get pulled over in they new V. The good life, let's go on a living spree. They say the best things in life are free. The good life, it feel like Atlanta, it feel like LA, it feel like Miami, it feel like NY. Summertime shy. Now throw your hands up in the sky. So I roll through good, y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood, Ferrari. And she got the goods, and she got that, I got to look sorry. Yo, it's got to be, cause I'm seasoned. Haters give me them salty looks. Lowry's 50 told me don't hate, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. The good life, I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on the TV, mama. I'ma put it down. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the good life, where we like the girls who ain't on TV, cause they got more earth than the models. The good life, so keep it coming with the bottles, so she feel booze like she bombed at Apollo. The good life, it feel like Houston, it feel like Philly, it feel like DC, it feel like VA, or the Bay, or yay. Hey, this is the good life. Homie, tell me what's good. Why I only got a problem when you in the hood. Welcome to the good life. Like I'm new in the hood. The only thing I wish it. Welcome to the good life. He probably think he could, but I don't think he should. Welcome to the good life. 50 told me go ahead, switch the style up, and if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. The good life. I go for mine. Yeah, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on this TV, mama. I'ma put down. Hey, have you ever popped champagne on a plane while getting some? She said I never seen snakes on a plane. Whether you broke or rich, you gotta get this. Having money's not everything that having it is. I was splurging on trips, but when I get my card back activated, I'm back to Vegas. Cause I always had a passion for flashing. Before I had it, I closed my eyes and imagined the good life. Better than the life I lived when I thought that I was gonna go crazy. And now my grandmama ain't the only girl calling me baby. If you feeling me now, then put your hands up in the sky and let me hear you say, hey, 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 I'm good.
Can we please have Tatiana Zavala Fuentes to the stage, please? Tatiana to the stage.
There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright.
scars before dinner. Jump off the roof into the mirror. Felt like summer to my December. Was it my August? I don't remember. 2, 3, go. I know my temperature was set. You finally flew south. The bird gon' be the next. So chromatic. At least I had it. Instead of never. Or maybe I'm too dramatic.